go, rook, six, hutch, go, yo, ich, knee, some, she, go, rook, six, hutch, go, yo, ich, knee, some, she, go, rook, six, hutch, go, yo, ich, knee, some, she, go, rook, six, hutch, go, yo, ich, knee, some, she, go, rook, six, hutch, go, yo, yeah, man. Turn around, fix your keys. Turn back around. Jukamai, just the knee up aspect of Maigari. Nothing else moves. Quiet hands, quiet hand. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Change sides, same sides. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Everybody on the ground? Bicycles, alternating elbow and knee touches. Each count is left and right. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Yeah, man. Everybody, yeah? Turn around, fix your keys. Ankle raises. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Ich, ni, some, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, go, jo. Head, forward, back. Side to side. Left and right. Arms. And reverse. Forward. Back. Hips. And reverse. And reverse. And reverse. Down this side. And change. And change toes up. And change. And change, facing the wall. And take facing the wall. Knees. And reverse. Yeah, mate, turn around, fix the keys. General Shodan, taught to us by Sensei Avi, came up with by Sensei Asai. Things to think about here is number one, why we're learning it. We're learning it out of respect for our instructors and their instructors, okay? So when we are taught something, we then have an obligation to learn it. If Sensei comes and tells you the same thing 3 times, is he going to want to tell you a 4th, right? So we've got to learn it. Another thing, so this kata is about generating power from stance. So we start out by being, upright, dropping down, coming up, dropping down and forward, okay? This dropping power, every kata starts standing up and drops into a stance, so you see this all the way through. And then, of course, we have the spinning techniques, which spinning techniques are very popular in MMA, but it also helps us with our Yoshiro garis, okay? And it's stuff like Gankaku, it's right there in the kata. And then we have Gyakuzukis, which make an appearance here, which are not in the standard canon. So, all right, yoi, General Shodan. General Shodan. First move, stepping down to our left into Kibadachi, Tetsui. Coming up into Heikodachi, parallel stance, Uchiyuki Jodan. Stepping forwards into Zenkutsudachi Tetsui. Spinning Gedanbarai. Get it. Front leg comes back into Kibadachi, Gedanbarai. Coming up, Uchiyuki Jodan, Zenkutsudachi Tetsui. Spinning Gedanbarai, and then Gyakuzukki. So from here, we're going to do Gedanbarai, Uchiyuki, Gyakuzukki. So from here, front leg comes back, stepping to the front, Gedanbarai, back, Uchiyuki, in Nekwashidachi cat stance, then Gyakuzukki. Same thing again. Gedanbarai, Uchiyuki, Gyakuzukki. Stepping forward, Gyakuzukki Kiai. Spinning around towards the mirror, Jodan Barai. Slight curve to our hand the same way we do in Gedanbarai. And we're in Kokutsudachi, back stance. Weight comes back into Nekwashidachi, Soto Uke. Knee. Gyakuzukki-san. Stepping forward, Gyakuzukki. Front leg comes back into Kokutsudachi, Jodan Barai. Weight comes back into Nekwashidachi, Soto Uke. Knee. Gyakuzukki-san. Stepping forward, Gyakuzukki. So when we move towards the mirror, we're going to do Gedanbarai, Uchiyuki, Agiyuke, Maigari, Gyakuzukki. Gedanbarai towards the street, coming back Agiyuke, Nekwashidachi, Maigari in place, do not move. We're still on Agiyuke in place, sorry. Maigari, we're back in Nekwashidachi, foot comes down, and then Gyakuzukki. So stepping forward, Gedanbarai, back, Agiyuke, Maigari in place, the foot comes down, and then Gyakuzukki. Stepping forward, Gyakuzukki Kiai. Back leg comes up underneath your shoulder, parallel stance, Heiko Dachi, spinning, Uchiyuke, Kokutsudachi, back stance. From here, weight shifts forward, inline Zenkutsudachi, horizontal Nukite. Stepping forward, same again, other direction, Uchiyuke, Kokutsudachi. Weight shifts forward, Nukite. Yo. General Shodan. Rich. Knee. Some. Rich. Knee. Rich. Knee. Some. Rich. Knee. Rich, knee, some. Rich, knee, some. Deal! Spinning, rich, knee, some. Step forward, some. Front leg comes back, rich, knee, some. Stepping forward, get towards the front, Gedanbarai. Agiyuke, Maigari, Gyakuzukki. Stepping forward, Gedanbarai. Agiyuke, Maigari, Gyakuzukki. Stepping forward, Gyakuzukki Kiai. Back leg comes up, beside your arm, spinning, Uchuke. Shift forward, Nuki-te. Oizu. Front leg comes back, Uchuke. Nuki-te, Oizu. Yoi. One more time. John, Shotokan. Rich. Ni. Some. Rich. Ni. Rich. Ni. Some. Rich. Ni. Rich. Ni. Some. Rich. Ni. Some. 7 forward. Gyaku. Shotokan Karate. Rich. Soto. Ni. Gyaku. Some. Gyaku. Front leg comes back. Shotokan Karate. Rich. Soto. Nuki. Ni. Gyaku. Some. 2nd forward. Gyaku. Get out right towards the street. Angle Yuke, Maigari, Gyaku. Get out right. Angle Yuke, Maigari, Gyaku. Stand forward, Gyaku. Back leg comes up, spin around the Uchuke. Shift forward. Uchuke. Nuki-te. Yoi.
Okay, so we're going to continue on with a little bit of kata for blue belts. And then, are you doing katas at the tournament?
Yes.
You are, what kata?
Go around and then
Maybe so don't do taki if you don't have to, okay? Because you just started learning taki. And when you go to competition, you never want to do the kata you just learned. Right? I remember when I used to be in tournaments, I used to think that I had to do this high-level kata. Well, that's great if you can do the high-level kata good. It's not so great if you're doing a high-level kata and you suck at it. Okay? Or you just started. Got it? So you're really good at Heian Godan, so I want you to do Heian Godan. Right? We need to start standardizing the katas again. Okay? We all need to make sure that we're, you know, the kids are kind of doing their own things, and we got to make sure that we standardize the katas. Okay? Number one, most important thing in kata. What does kata mean? Form. So what's the most important part of the form?
spirit.
The form of a house. The formation of a house is the?
Stance.
Stance, the basement. Without the proper stance, the foundation of the house falls apart. So our feet got to be in the right positions. Okay? So number one thing I want you to learn tonight, or to focus on, the position of your knee. When we're in Kivarach, I'm seeing a lot of this right here. Okay? Where the knee is not over the toe. Alright? When the knee is not over the toe, this edge right here is not into the ground, and you can't explode. It's impossible to explode when you only have part of the foot on the ground. That happens when there's an angle right here to the floor. So whenever I see kata and I see these angles here, I know the stance is not strong. When I see really good people with kata and they're all torqued in, I know they have good stance. So from the knees all the way down to the floor is the most important part of the stance. Has everybody got it? So I want you to focus on where the feet are in the kata. Okay, we're going to start with Kaori and Carlos kata. So if you guys want to get in the center and just, yeah. Good. In the middle. Yeah, in the middle. Good. Hi. Bow.
Hands.
Hayan Sannan. Hayan Sannan. Good, good. Hayan Sannan. Hayoi. Each. Look at the angles. We're just doing it slow right now. Big time draw hand. Big time draw hand. Good. Step up. Each. Now, your fists are at shoulder width. They're not up here. Okay? This is Soto Yuki here. You should be able to put one fist underneath the armpit. These are all points in the kata. shoulder height. Each. Knee. Good. Get the stance. The stance has got to be perfect. Toe. Good. Just to here. Good. So, see this bone in your arm right here? I want you to put your bottom knuckle right here and support. This is a reinforced block. The other hand has got to be tucked in close to the body. If the hand is out here like this, it's not reinforcing. So, I want you to push that hand in. This is all in the center here. It's not out here, it's in. It's got to be strong. Each. Knee. All punches and high arm punches are to Shotokan level. Shotokan's not the upper chest. It's your solar plexus and down. It's stomach level. Good. Look at that back foot. Make sure it's not torqued over and pointing towards the mirrors here. Good. The feeling of these hands are like they're trying to join each other. Okay, they're pushed in. You're not weaker. They're not just placed there. It's nice and tight. Good. Knee comes up, here, down. Good. Now look at your kibidachi. Everybody look at the kibidachi. Make sure your knees aren't in. Push these knees out. If you're too wide, you can't get in, shorten the stance. But just push this out. Get those edges pushed into the ground. Good. Back fast. You're out. Good. Watch. Don't shift your weight here. Okay? If anything, compress down and into the stance. Don't do this. Watch. Alright? Just here. Don't move the knees. Okay? The knees aren't shock absorbers. Okay? I'm seeing a lot of that too. Get into your kibidachi. Here. Just squeeze. Squeeze your breath through your hatha. Try this a couple times. Good. Next move. Toe. Good. Shine your heads going. Keep your head back. Toe. Toe. Good. Now half step up from the back. Everybody got this? Half step up. Turn. And kibidachi. Ready? Each. Knee. Good. So make sure these. See what the knee is? See this angle right here? You gotta get out. You gotta get there. This stance right here has inner pressure. Okay, it has no external pressure. You need to make sure. So, Sensei Nishiyama was always how he taught this stance was the stance is kind of this way, not this way. Okay, you're not going like this. The stance, the knee, try to get the knee out over the edge of the toes as much as you can, and then your quads, I want you to spin these in here. This is a powerful, sturdy kibidachi. Anytime you see this angle right here, it means that you have no external pressure on your kibidachi. Okay? Number two, the knee does not like this. The knee does not like not being over this foot here. Okay, so push this out. Make it nice and strong. Good. High up. Good. Again, from the top. 2 step forward. Ready. High. Each. Knee. Shoulder. Shoulder. Make sure this doesn't go up over here. Shoulder. So. Ay. Bang, bang. Ay. So. Good. Too narrow, too narrow, too narrow, too narrow. Ay. So. Nice. Ay. So. Ay. So. Nice. Nice stance. Feel those quads kind of just gripping into the ground here. Ay. Out. Top. Go. Back again. Back again. So, more than half the class did this just then. Watch. So, here, we did this right here, and I said to go. Okay, a couple of you guys were over here. That's fine if you want to step out. But most of you guys moved that foot. You've got to make sure in the kata, when you're transitioning, there's no movement of that front foot. If you do, your points, in the kata, everything slows down. So you've got to grip here and drive with this foot. Has everybody got it? These are important points in the kata. Tall. Oh. Good. Hi. Where is Logan? In the back. Logan? Teki Shodan. Are you doing Teki? No. You are tonight. Good. Let's. I want to do Teki. Okay. I want to do Teki. Hi. Kyotsuki. Bow. Teki Shodan. Teki Oi. Let's just walk through the kata. Ich. Ni. Some, she, go, rok, sich, ni, some, she, go, rok, sich, hach, ich, ni, some, she, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, chu, ich, ni, some, up, out, from the top. Okay, before I get going on Teki. Teki's probably the worst kata to do in competition. Nobody ever does Teki in competition. Reason being? What do you think, Kai?
It's the shortest kata.
Shortest? Why else?
It's going to be hard for you to stay.
Hard for you to stay? What's different about Teki and all the other katas?
It's just the same moves over and over again.
Yeah, you're literally standing straight. You don't have any momentum, you don't have any shifting, you don't have any pendulum action. What are the body actions in Teki?
Vibration.
Vibration, what else? Rising, dropping. Okay? The reason why nobody does Teki is because nobody does Teki right. Okay, it's the hardest kata to do right. Alright, so I want to go over a few points when you're doing Teki. Number one, you know in order to, when you're in a Kibadatsu stance, the only way to make power is vibration. Okay? When you're doing hip vibration, don't move your knees. Okay? You have to move your hip to hip. Don't move your knees. You're going to move your knees, you're going to move your legs, but try not to. Okay? So when you're doing vibration, this hip goes to this knee, and then this hip straightens out to this knee. So you're left in a natural position. Has everybody got it? When we're doing vibration, we're showman. Showman's to the front. I'm doing my technique. Boom. This hip to this knee. Then this hip to this knee. And I'm in a neutral position. Your belt should do something like this. Has everybody got that? So let's just work on, for 2 minutes, vibration. Just in punching. Good, everybody look in the mirror. Because this is a goofy one. Okay, we want to make sure that you start to understand vibration. Just slowly. Each. Knee. Son. Shi. Go. Rook. Sich. More belt movement. Knee. Son. Shi. Go. Rook. Sich. Ach. Gu. Ju. Good. Now slow motion. Watch what I do in slow motion. Watch. This hip throws the punch. Watch. This is if I hit just with my hand. This is with the hip. I'm just cutting my hip. Cut and throw. Cut and throw. Everybody see that? So drive the hip before you punch. Don't drive the hip. And then, so this is like a shot put. Okay? We used to learn this like, pretend you're throwing something and you don't have any hands or arms. You just got a hand and you're throwing. Okay? That's what you have to think when you're doing this technique. Throw the hip first. So again, on your own, just try to get this vibration. Loosen the hip. Just loosen that hip up. Good. Okay, back to the kata. Is it a big action? No. It's very small. Okay? Very small action with the hip. Okay, so next, and we'll go do the kata, rising power. I want you to make sure all these step overs you do with your knee, this knee drives up as high as you can get it. That's part of the rising power. Don't do this. Watch. Okay? You want to be here? We do teki. If I'm 5 foot right now, this is my ceiling. I have to do teki on a 5 foot ceiling. I don't do rising. This is important. I know I'm talking a lot, but this is important stuff. Okay? When I move over here, watch. Does everybody see what I'm doing? How do you do that? You got to keep your knees bent. That's it. Here, when you do rising power, boom! The knee comes up. The head, boom! Compresses. That's rising power. Let's try. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. Chi. Go. Rook. That's vibration. Those are all vibrations there. This is all hip vibration. All hip vibration. Each. You're coming up, Lily. Knee. Good squeeze. Ay. Don't stop. Soft. Ay. Good. Now that's perfect sense. You got to stay there. You got to live right there. That's perfect. Perfect. Ay. Tall. Ay. Tall. Ay. 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 Tall. Ay. Tall. Ay. Tall. Ah. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Ay. Up. Good. One time slow. One time medium speed, one time fast speed on your own. Okay? Last thing I'll say, you remember what Senpai said about your feet in the kata? Or in the kick? It's the same thing in Kibachi. Same thing in Kibidachi. You've got to feel that your foot is implanted into the ground at all times. Your feet can't be this way or that way. The kata just falls apart. What you want to do is hook your feet. Most important part, 3 spikes. 1, 2, 3. At all times, you should never feel in Kibidachi that you have more pressure here than here. You should always feel that all 3 spikes are sitting down into the ground. Got it? Let's go. Soft, medium, full speed. Let's go. Technique. Sure you're not rising up, you're the same level. You're the same level. Posture. Make sure you have good posture. Your backside's not stuck out. From the navel to the head is always straight in all your katas. Navel, from the belly button to the head is always straight. Knees out, stance, most important. Get down at it. Full speed. Good. Everybody up. Face each other. Good. Just some partners. Get a partner. You just got to be rolling, okay? So whoever your partner is going to switch like 30 seconds. So 2 lines. 2 lines. Everybody got a partner? Good. Hey, bow. Good. Logan side, step down. I'm just going to be building up on this. This is for Logan. You're going to the competition, right? Kai, are you going to this competition?
Yes.
Okay. So all we're trying to do is just some timing and some tempo. Logan's going to step forward, punch to my head, here, and I'm going to reverse punch. Okay? With speed and power. Full control. Got it? Ready? In your own time. Hi. Take your time, take your Okay, don't be so robotic. Play with it a little bit. Play with it a little bit. I'm going to step in, yeah! And then you're going to attack. All right, just wait for it a little bit. This is for these guys, so pretend like you're stalking a guy, and then you're just flying in with an Ozuki. This is what I'm seeing when you guys step in with Ozuki. You've got a tiger, I don't think, goes like this in the bushes. I think he goes like this. Okay, I know a dog does. I used to take my dogs off when Sensei used to say about the growling dog and watch how he moves and watch what he does with his feet. Okay, watch what a dog does when he's scared. He grips those. He doesn't do that because he's scared. He's gripping because he's about ready to explode. So you have to grip those feet in and drive. So when you're stepping in, I don't want you to move that foot. Grip it in. Why do you move the front foot? Your stance is too long. If you're out of one of these and you're doing this, that's your brain saying, I can't move fast from that position. So I gotta go in to do this. If you're doing that, you have to train yourself to shorten your stance to the point where there's a point where you don't have to do that. It's your optimal explosive position. You don't have time. You got to get all that stuff out of your technique. Okay. Other side now. Switch. I go. Hey. Continue. Sides up. Good, everybody relax. Just two of you guys get your gloves. Good, outside.
Wait, a DTF? Wait, is it DTF? No,
You're all right.
I'm not going.
You're all right. You don't want to, do you want to do kumite with those guys? Just relax. You want to do it? Okay, yeah.
Jumping, ready for it. And we don't want to do it. Sensei Kawi has signed up for kumite.
In Las Vegas?
Shuhari.
Oh, Shuhari. Okay. Okay. All right.
She has.
Yeah, get the gloves. Get the gloves.
You don't want to wait till you get to the tournament.
Get the gloves. What? Okay, Logan. Kai. Good. Rodney. Martin. Good. Francisco. Lily. Good. What's on it? Shoot it! You see a point? Award a point. I'll go around and take a vote. What did Logan do that was really good just then? What did he do? He had him stuck in a corner. Did you lose patience?
No.
What?
No.
You kind of did. You let him escape there a little bit. All right? When you got him in there, just push. Cover his hands. Cover his hands. What are you going to be ready to do when he's in there?
When he countered,
Yeah, are you ready to counter? Are you ready to counter?
Sensei Bird.
Yeah.
What I was waiting for him to do was I was waiting for him to try to like escape, because when I've learned this just from fighting him and everything, but he'll go like.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for him to like.
And you did it, and it executed perfectly. So that was good. That was a good strategy. What I'm saying is, guys, you have to have pressure. When you're just here and there's no pressure, it's really hard, unless you're Superman, to score a point. You gotta kind of put pressure on them, then attack. Let's go. Go! Distance. Thomas. Shoot it! Get ready. Up, out, good, and out. Priority, return. That was better. But boys, I want you to be ready for reverse punches. Okay, you reverse punch when the guy is coming at you. Thumbs back, can't go over the line. Shoot it! Go. Yeah. Get it! Weak. I shoot it!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Did she take pressure off?
No.
No, she had him in the corner and couldn't get going. When you attack, your energy is low. When you attack, attack, spirit, yeah! Got it? Keep pressure on. Hush!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
When you go. You're kind of too reserved. You're kind of, yeah. It's like your energy's coming to here. Your energy's got to go this way. When the judge is kind of like, you want the judges to just boom. That's how much energy you got to, when you do your technique. Kind of, shoot it!
Yeah.
Everybody seen that reverse punch, right? Good, that was it. Nice extension, nice energy. Your energy kind of, just let it go. Shoot onto me. What's on it? Shoot it!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
guys, you got this is like the judges are going to give you a hard time for this. Okay, it's going to show your experience. So always outside. Wait till you come in. Height. Enter. Don't go over that line. Good. Bow. Bow to each other. Some people shake hands, other people don't. I never did. Okay? So, I mean, that's up to you. If they shake your hand, you shake your hand, but not, don't go, you know. After the match, fine, go and shake his hand. Before the match, ready, action! Get ready! Good. So what's wrong with your gloves?
Oh, it came off like that.
Okay. This happened a lot, right? Are the gloves too big?
No.
Okay.
Next time, before we go into the tournament, bring your hand up. Otherwise, the referee cannot see it, and then you're gonna kick and get points.
Yeah.
And if it keeps happening, we'll be penalized.
Yeah.
Bring up.
Yeah. But if it happens too much, he's going to be penalized, right? Yeah. So, and it's been happening. I'm not giving you a hard time. I don't want you to go to Las Vegas and being penalized, losing matches on penalized. So squeeze your hand. Keep your hands squeezed. Hustle! Height, shooting. Pass?
Yeah.
Where did he hit?
Oh,
Yeah. I saw it hit.
Kikoku maybe? Just glancing, so maybe Kikoku, lower than shoot.
They're not attached.
Okay.
No, they have to be this thing.
So was that a penalty?
Yeah.
Because he went through, right?
Yeah, through and then pass.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
So, what the judges don't want to see is no control. When you're putting your hand, what's Senpai saying, when you're putting your hand here, you didn't know if you had to catch him here, it would have went right through his head. So, they could throw you out of the tournament for that. That's why extending your punch like that, you don't see in Kumite many times, because of that reason. The only reason this occurs is for safety.
For
Okay?
adults, it's okay, but for this age,
Yeah.
they have to control.
So, Chewy, it's a penalty. Ready? Action! Here? Good. Hi, Shuransuki. What's that? Keep your hands up. Your guard is way down here. Okay? Make sure your guard, your eyes, your eyes to my eyes, the hands in between. Okay? There's a rope from here to here, your hands in between. Ready? Hustle!
More pressure. Guess he doesn't have pressure.
Ready! Hi! Shuransuki! What's that? Hustle! Good, man. Good. So, what do you know when you score a big point like that and you get him? What do you think he's doing next?
He's going to attack you.
You know he's going to attack you. What do you got to do then?
Reverse.
Counter. Whenever something like that happens, guys, when you catch the guy, or you took his space, he's going to come flying at you, play a little possum, bang, and then explode. Don't show, you're not showing him, don't show, ah! And then the match is over. And then do it again, and again. Okay? That's it. Stop. Good. 5. Sure. So Senpai said about where's Aditya, your pressure. You didn't have pressure on you.
Because all the time he's attacking, but you're not attacking. If you put pressure a little bit on him, he's not attacking all the time. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I'm going to he's going back and he's scared. And he cannot control it. And then when he half, and then that'd be balanced. You know, you have to put the pressure on for next time.
Yeah.
Because all the time he plays back.
Yeah. So if Logan, if you're allowed to dance and you let a guy dance around and have no pressure, you're not going to control him. You can't control the counter. So always make sure, Aditya, put some type of pressure on. And then back it off and put it on. But that's what you need to do. Those are strategies. And last match. Good head out. Ready? Action! Ha! Ha!
What's the distance?
Ha! Ha!
Yay! Hey, shoot on to me. What's that? Shabbat!
Ha!
Yay! Weak technique. Shabbat. It was a good technique. Timing was good, but the technique was good. You got to retract that.
Ha!
Hey, Charlie. Nice kick. Give me! Good. Careful with control. Okay, you gotta have control. You can't punch through him.
I saw it.
What did you see?
I saw him.
Shoot on, reverse punch. What's that? That was a really good kick. The front leg mawashi. Your head, not the move, the front leg, boom! That was pretty good. Hashi!
Ha!
Give him space.
Ha! Ha!
Seconds. Yay! Height. Lock. No point. Bounce. And height show right up. You guys are ready?
Hey! Show me. Hey! Sensei. Hey!
Right?
Gotcha. Right?
Okay, so in Kumite, there's a couple of rules that you've always got to follow, especially if you don't know who you're competing against. Number one, distance. Control the distance. That doesn't mean keep a bunch of distance in between. You've got to be right on the edge, but when he attacks, you never want to be in what? The striking zone. You never want to be in the striking zone. Okay, you have to let him attack, then you move. You don't move before he attacks, but understand, we'll go over some of that next week. Okay, when are you going?
April
We're going
20th.
on Wednesday.
Wednesday. So, keep a strong guard, always touch. Always be touching, always trying to short circuit. Keep a strong guard, keep your distance. Number 2, you have to work on pressure. You guys are brown and black belts and going to this competition. You have to work on getting pressure, then taking pressure off. Getting pressure, then taking pressure off. I want you to get away from just okay? I want you to get into this right here and move, bang! That's the only place where you can counter. If you're not into this area where you have this pressure, okay, you can't counter and you really can't score a point unless you're like super fast. Okay, then you have to rely on speed and not skill. You never want to just rely on speed. Okay, you need to develop skill. Pressure and mai. Mai means? Mai means? Mai.
Mine means like your phone.
Mai. M-A-A-I.
Oh. My
Distance. Oh. Hi. Arigato. Thank you very much. Thank you. Vienna. November 10th is Austria.
Guess when college is?
When?
I have